Okay. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. We're a lot happier now. There we go. Tower, Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra requesting clearance to Singapore. It's amazing.
Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, Singapore clearance available, advised, ready to copy.
Ready to copy, X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra cleared to Singapore. After departure, fly runway heading, maintain 5,500 feet. Expect further clearance en route. Departure frequency 120.85, squawk 2201 when airborne.
Cleared to Singapore. After departure, fly runway heading, maintain 5,500 feet. Expect further clearance en route. Departure frequency 120.85, squawk 2201 when airborne. Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra. Okay. Pretty straightforward then. So 2201.
X-Ray Golf Sierra, read back correct. Ground will be on 121.6.
So we need to get the transponder sorted out. So that's going to be, where have they hidden the transponder in this thing? There's the 6-pack of instruments. It's not overhead, is it? No. Am I being blind? Oh, here it is. It's underneath nav2. So we want 2201. Is that done? Yeah, so sorry about the Looney Tunes sound there for a few minutes. Oh, hello. This is really frustrating. You can't see this, but on the second screen I'm monitoring the chat that's going on. YouTube keep inserting adverts that pushes the chat off of the screen. I'm going to have to go and buy a YouTube premium subscription just to make the adverts disappear so I can see what people are saying, which is slightly annoying, but anyway, I won't get too frustrated about that. So we can see the suction's working because the instruments are working. We need to go, and this doesn't have an altitude pre-selector, does it? We'll go and use the comm radios, also nav radios. So put our first frequency in, 11660. So switch is both mouse buttons because it's the Carenado aeroplane. Whoops, there's a click spot in the way of that, which is super not handy. 11660. Switch that to active and then come back over here, and we'll have to change that as well though to VLOC. Oh, we want to get the flight plan in here as well, don't we? So I didn't want to do that. So the quick way of doing that is I've got the flight plan in LittleNavMap already, so if I go flight, and they said 5,500 feet, didn't they? So flight plan, copy to the clipboard, and then go into a browser, go to planner.flightsimulator.com. This is the quick way of getting a flight plan in. And paste our route in there. That's not the route. So save that one. That's the route. It doesn't know the VKT waypoint, which is super unhelpful. This is typical of the Lufthansa Systems flight planner. Where is the VKT? Okay, it's this one out on, but it does know VKR. Okay, so we'll put VGK direct VKR as far as this is concerned. Okay, VGK direct VKR direct say. Oh no, we don't want VKP, do we? Because it doesn't exist in this system. Save. There we go. Oh no, it's now. Oh, it has got VKP. VKR direct. So what's that one? VKP and VPK. Okay, that's a bit of a VKP direct VPK. That's an easy mistake to make, isn't it? Okay, that's more like it. So we'll save that route, save new plan, and then we'll come back into the aeroplane, open the tablet, go to the planner, open the route planner, open the route from the web, and we should see the one we just made, and then we will send that to the avionics, and it's in the route. Okay. Having done that, we can put this on the numbers page, this on the arc mode, and we're pretty much good to go with that stuff. We've got that on standby. The transponder, what mode was it in? It's actually on at the moment. It needs to be. I'll leave it on now, it doesn't hurt. And another advert has appeared on my screen, meaning I can't see the chat again. Thank you, YouTube. That's unbelievable that they've done that. I guess I could go full screen on it, which would stop it happening. If I press bear with me a moment. I'm using a Mac for the view of the live stream, and it doesn't have a full screen mode in the same way that other web applications do. Anyway, okay, so we're almost ready to go. We could put the yoke back on, but let's go and just double check around some of the switch gear. So pitot heat not on yet, strobes don't need to go on yet. So let's go and talk to the tower again. Alright, we have got a ground frequency here. Actually, it'd be interesting. Let's go and have a look on Navigraph as well. And yeah, we have got an airport chart, so we haven't got much else, but so fly runway heading, maintain 5,500 feet. Departure, so we want a taxi for active runway for departure, don't we? Ground Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra requesting taxi to active runway for departure.
Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, runway 10 taxi at your discretion. Verify information, Oscar.
Verifying information, Oscar. Taxi via Echo to runway 10. Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra. So we go straight ahead. Let's turn head tracking on. Or not, because there's a building in the way. Oh, it's over there, isn't it? Oh! Let's just jump outside a second. I've put the parking brake back on just to stop this. I forgot about the chocks. I think I've got the engine covers out, otherwise the engines wouldn't be running. Is there anything else? Any static port covers or anything? No, but there is a pitot cover. Doing everything a little bit backwards today. I hope you'll excuse it, but I've not been very well recently, so I'm still a bit foggy in the head. So I'm not quite as accurate as I might otherwise be. So where is this? That's a main road over there. It doesn't match, does it, the diagram at all? Can't see any other aeroplanes around, so, and I can't see them on approach anywhere. We'd see their lights by now if they were coming in. So we're going to taxi straight out onto the runway and then turn around. Flaps down, now we're on the runway. Let's go and get the strobes on and the landing lights on. And the taxi, I should have had the taxi lights on already, of course. So half the reason for doing quite a simple flight in an easy to fly aeroplane is so I don't have to think too much this evening. So I want to keep my hand in, obviously, and it's a good opportunity to progress the round the world trip. This particular leg hasn't got an awful lot of hard work to do, so we'll be using Say Intentions tour guide, and I'll make use of Amanda sitting next to me.
On runway 10 remaining.
So we'll go over to Tower. Tower Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, lined up with runway 10.
Baron Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, Kota Baru Tower, hold position, awaiting departure request.
Do we have to give them the departure request? Okay. Tower Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra requesting departure, runway 10. They may mean
Baron
the...
X-ray Golf Sierra, runway 10, winds 360 at 3, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 10, Baron X-ray Golf Sierra. Moving around. It's a little bit of a wind from one side, but not much. He says, famous last words. Oh, it's jumping around, wanting to lift the ground already. Let's lift the nose up then. Gear up. Flaps up. So we maintain runway direction until we get to 5,500. So we're going to pull the heading bug around.
Baron X-ray Golf Sierra, contact Kota Baru departure on 120.85.
Contacting Kota Baru departure 120.85, Baron X-ray Golf Sierra. Good day. Kota Baru departure, Baron X-ray Golf Sierra with you, climbing 5,500 feet.
Baron Alpha Sierra, X-ray Golf Sierra, Kota Baru departure, radar contact.
So what we can do is go trim this out so it carries on in a straight line. Autopilot hold on. Then go heading hold. And we're coming up to 3,000 feet. We're aiming for 5,000 feet with pitch hold, that's fine. We could take over the vertical rate as well. So we could go vertical speed and bring it down a bit to say 1,000 feet a minute, because it won't maintain that for too long. So we're through 3,000 feet now, so we'll start to lean out the Did you hear the revs pick up then? There we go. Lean out the mixture. We'll also bring the bug around to the direction we're actually going. We're in VLOC mode at the moment. So if we wanted to go to that first waypoint, we would need to turn left at the moment. About 30-40 degrees or so. So let's go and increase the range on this. So there's our route eventually. We're still climbing out towards 5,500 feet. We're doing 160 knots now. I don't suppose they're going to mind us turning, are they? Let's go and get on with our route, shall we? So we're on heading mode, so we can turn towards the VOR station. I'm half watching the Spain game while flying the aeroplane. It's on the monitor on another computer next to me. I'm just watching one of the players rolling around like he's just been run over by a steamroller, but then he magically got better as soon as the play continued. It's amazing how that happens. It's one of the reasons I don't watch football very much. Let's put the pitot heat on. Taxi light can come off, landing lights can come off. And we can put the yoke back in place. We can go and put the weather radar on. There's not going to be much weather to see, I don't think. It's worth having. So you can see the first waypoint. So we're at 5,500 feet. Let's go and bring the propeller RPM back. So look at the engine, or the airspeed actually increasing as you bring the propeller speed back. Now this is a Carenado aeroplane, so I'm not going to worry about braking the engine. We'll leave it going flat out the whole way. And we are coming in towards our first waypoint. We have got a message we can clear out of the way. It's just saying about the course to set. That's fine. Do I have a full throttle quadrant? No, I don't. I've got an Airbus quadrant with 2 levers. So today I am controlling these, the mixture levers manually, and I've got one of my levers set to control both propellers, and one of my, both propellers, and one of my levers set to control both throttles. So if I move my left lever, you can see that happens. If I move my right lever, you can see that happens. And I've just done that by modifying the axes. And then obviously I have to do the mixture by hand, which is fine. Okay, we're coming in towards the VOR. So let's have a look at where we are over the map. Just coming in, looks that's our climb out we did over the water.
Sierra, what's your final?
Our final will be Seletar in Singapore.
Baron X-ray Golf Sierra, Roger, amending your destination to WSSL.
So if we want to see any sights along the way, it'd be nice if we could descend a little bit and get below this cloud, wouldn't it? Should we ask if we can descend? Who are we talking to at the moment? We're talking to Kota Baru departure. Kota Baru departure, Baron X-ray Golf Sierra, requesting lower altitude so we can see some of the coast.
Baron X-ray Golf Sierra, climb your requested altitude.
We're going to ask to descend to 3,000. Requesting descend 3,500 feet, X-ray Golf Sierra.
Baron X-ray Golf Sierra, descend altitude 3,500 feet.
Descending 3,500, X-ray Golf Sierra. Well, that's interesting. They've implemented that very weirdly. We'll come down at 500 feet a minute. And we'll be wanting to turn left any moment. So if obviously if we went GPS, we could just go for the next waypoint, but I think to give ourselves something to do along the way, we can now tune in at 115.
Golf Sierra, altitude at your discretion.
Altitude at our discretion, X-ray Golf Sierra. So we're going to go 11540. And then that will tell us the direction of the beacon relative to us. So then we can tell the aeroplane to turn that direction. Radio navigation is much more fun than GPS. I know it's a lot more clunky, but it's actually a lot more flexible because you can choose the radial to come into a waypoint at. This is a Carenado aeroplane. I'm just looking at live stream comments. This is the Baron. So if we go and have a quick look outside, here it is. We're just descending down. I'm doing IFR this time for a bit of a change. So we're following instructions and VOR hopping basically down the coast. So we've taken off on the northern tip of Malaysia, airfield at Kota Baru, and then we're VOR hopping down the coastline of Malaysia until we cross the border into Singapore, which is just down here, and we're going to land at the first sensible regional airport inside Singapore. We will be fairly close to Changi, or Changi, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. So that's half the reason I've gone IFR immediately, is because once we get down here, there's going to be a lot to deal with. So if we go and turn this on, look. Actually, saying that, coming in through here, we've got a few boxes we might have to steer around. Above 2,000 feet is fine. But then, yeah, so Changi has got this great big box around it. It's an odd-shaped box, though, and we can avoid it for the most part. And there's a load of restricted airspaces out there over the ocean as well, which is quite interesting. Okay, we have the tour guide available to us as well, so let's go and ask her. Hi Sarah, what can you tell us about the surrounding area?
Hi there. We're currently flying over the rural heart of Terengganu, Malaysia. This area is known for its lush greenery, small villages, and proximity to the South China Sea, making it a beautiful spot for anyone who loves nature and a bit of peace and quiet.
There we go. We are whistling along, aren't we? Nearly 200, just over 200 knots. Should we reduce the speed a little bit? How's that affected the fuel burn rate? It's doing pretty well, isn't it? So we're within the cruise range now. And the speed is just bleeding down, look, towards 180 knots. Manifold pressure's a lot happier now. It's kind of book perfect. So, is there any other traffic around? Only a few big jets by the look of it. Oh, there is a GA plane about 40 miles behind us. I wonder if we might encounter any furthers. So, you can actually influence this with Say Intentions. If we go into Say Intentions and open the settings for it, and have a look in the traffic injection settings, you have the how much GA aircraft we want around us, so we can turn that up to 11, but we can actually turn it up. So if I turn that up as well beyond the normal, and then it'll take a few moments before it starts happening, but then we'll start to see more aeroplanes appearing on the map very soon. So we'll come back and have a look in a few minutes and see what's happened. Obviously it has to go and generate them and figure out where they might be flying first. What's the top speed on this plane? Well, I think you saw it, didn't you? It was about 200 knots in level flight. Obviously, the never exceed speed is about 225 by the look of it. I guess you get rivets popping out and things like that when you go 225 knots or above 225. So we got some sectors coming up. I wonder if we'll get switched between controllers along the way. Or vectored even away from airports. They should know we're coming though, because we are IFR, so they'll know we're in the airspace along the way. What's the temperature looking like? It's about 75 degrees outside, my word. So about 25 centigrade. It's a bit warm. Oh, I'm just seeing the comment there about shame that Say Intentions isn't on the consoles. Yeah, it is a shame. But I'm guessing what they could do at some point is if they could pick up your location from somewhere. So if they could get a SIM Connect interface somehow to broadcast from the consoles, they'd have to talk to Microsoft about it. Because then they could subscribe to that information, maybe. It is interesting that Microsoft have never solved that properly. Or sorry, Asobo have never solved that. It's like when we were at Flight Sim Expo, I found Sebastian on the show floor from Asobo and bent his ear for a couple of minutes, and he put some stuff on the backlog for me. Things that I wished Flight Sim had had, you know, right from the start. One of them being broadcasting of the multiplayer aircraft positions outside of the simulator, because there's no API for it. In old versions of Flight Sim years ago, it used to include multiplayer aircraft with the AI aircraft in SimConnect. So when you picked up the locations of the AI planes nearby, you know, they were in there. But they're not anymore, and they haven't been since 2020. And hence why I went and wrote the transmitter program. If I go and run it now, whoops, if I can even spell it, transmitter. I told you my brain wasn't working today. So let's go and change this. So we today are Baron, X-Ray Golf Sierra, Connect. So what transmitter is doing is exactly what I was saying, that if somebody could do this in the simulator. I know that Volanta, I think, have done it. So what this is doing is sending your information. It's sending this every second to the internet. And then I made a web page that picks up those signals, and you can see everybody that's using it. So if we go and have a look down the coast of Malaysia, we'll see ourselves. You can see that's where I changed my name. The old name will vanish. It holds onto it for a couple of minutes. So there's me trundling along. Every 5 seconds it will update my position. If I go, there's a few tricks I built into it, like interpolation, so it will start moving smoothly now. But we can also do things like measuring distances and bearings and doing range rings and all that kind of stuff. It's also got all sorts of tricks around drawing longitude latitude grids on the map. It's free, by the way. You can go to transmitter.virtualflight.online to use it. You can have the weather, but you have to zoom out to see it. Oh my word, there's some horrible weather off the coast, look. So if we look out left, it's out there. You can kind of see it in the distance, can't you? Although saying that, I've wound time back, and this is live, so it won't be entirely accurate. You can see who else is using it, and you can go and find them on the map. So if I just go and click on somebody's name here, it will go and zoom in on them. You can see them flying along. But yeah, the real reason Transmitter was ever written was so you could pull in online player aeroplane positions into LittleNavMap. So I designed it on purpose to output that in the correct format, You can see there's some there, look. Those red aeroplanes are real people. They're people that are running transmitter. Anyway, so we are approaching a city. Hi Sarah, I can see we are approaching a city. What can you tell us about it?
We're approaching Kuala Terengganu, the capital city of Terengganu State. It's famous for its stunning mosques, bustling waterfront, and as the gateway to the beautiful islands off the coast.
There we go. So, how are we doing in terms of the route? We want to be leaving this VOR on a heading of 159 degrees. So let's go and set this to 159. Oh, let's go also. This will drift. It's a directional gyro, so it will drift. So there's 159. So we'll see the CDI come in when we are on the 159 radial through the VOR, and then we'll just bring the heading round to meet, and then we'll be leaving on the correct angle. Should be fairly soon. If you keep an eye on that CDI, it will start moving. How are we doing for volume levels? Do I need to adjust it at all? Is the aeroplane... No, you can hear me over the aeroplane, can't you? And I don't sound like Sylvester anymore. It's interesting, USB headsets have had that problem in one way or another, where now and again the USB messes up, or the chip messes up. They've had that problem for about 20 years now. I remember back in the day I used to listen to This Week in Tech, and people calling in on that show used to have it happen. They called it Cyloning back then, and it was actually a fault in the encoders in the chips, and it still seems to be a problem now and again. Here comes the CDI. So we'll start to bring the heading bug round.
Departure Firefly 1851 2000 for 4000.
Firefly 1851, Lumper radar contact, climb and maintain 11,000.
Climbing 11,000, Firefly 1851.
Oh, of course, we've got the other beacon, not the one that's on the map, haven't we? Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? So we are navigating via this one, and that's the one that we got on the map, because we didn't have that in the Lufthansa systems. Very cool. Okay, let's have a look and see how different it looks in Navigraph. So if we go and get rid of the charts that we were looking at, we've got this set to show the VFR map in Navigraph. So we're down here, we're about to fly straight over Terengganu.
Departure 9 Mike Kilo Lima Romeo 2000 for 4000.
9 Mike Kilo Lima Romeo, Lumper radar contact, VFR altitude.
There's Terengganu.
Climbing flight level 130, 9 Mike Kilo Lima Romeo.
Hi Sarah, what can you tell us about the river we are about to pass over?
The river we're about to pass over is the Terengganu River, which flows through Kuala Terengganu and is famous for its scenic views and traditional fishing boats called perahu. It's been a vital waterway for centuries, supporting both trade and daily life in the region.
There we go. Okay. Let's increase the range on the map. So next waypoint, 50 miles, VKP. Go and look at it on here just to confirm that, VKP. So one of the things I can do, I'm just going to go and make myself a coffee while we're doing this leg of the trip. This is again a say intentions trick, sorry to those that can't get say intentions. I'm going to ask the co-pilot, Amanda, who's sat next to us, to take over the radios for the next few minutes. Hi Amanda, can you take over the radio communications for a while?
I'm only rated to handle IFR related comms for now, Jonathan. You'll need to keep handling the radios.
Interesting. I thought we were IFR. Hi Amanda, I thought this was an IFR flight.
We are currently on a VFR flight. If you want to switch to IFR, we'll need to file a flight plan and get clearance.
Okay, let's try this. Try and switch it to an IFR flight plan. It should be correct. That's very strange.
Niner Mike Victor Zulu Lima, Lumper radar contact, VFR own navigation.
Okay, let's go in call center and let them figure this out for us. We're still on Kota Baru departure. That's a little bit odd actually, isn't it? Let's go to center. Center, Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra with you at 3,500 feet en route to Singapore.
I have your destination as WSSL. Confirm you want to change it to WSSS.
No, we are still going to WSSL. Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra.
114, Roger. Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, Roger. Staying with WSSL.
Okay, let's go and see if they've got a an IFR flight plan. It sounds like they haven't for whatever reason. I thought I filed it.
660, Lumpur Radar Center identified.
192, flight level 360.
Oh, I just had an idea. Let's go and have a look. Sim brief.
308 with you at flight level 370.
308, Lumpur Radar Center identified.
Where does it say if it's VFR or IFR? I can never remember this. It doesn't. If I edit the flight plan now, it will tell us.
Air China 976 with you at flight level 360.
It's on IFR. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to switch flight plans. Center, Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra requesting filing of an IFR flight plan.
Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, cleared to Seletar, direct Kota, then as filed, squawk 2201 and ident.
Flight level 310.
Can't get the click spot for that. They're going to have to come down here and do this.
357 identified.
Lumpur Radar Center, Malaysian 805 with you at flight level 330.
Malaysian 805, Lumpur Radar Center identified.
Lumpur Radar Center, Redcap 642, flight level 320.
Redcap 642 identified.
It's a bit busy around here, isn't it?
Lumpur Radar Center 692 checking in at flight level 340.
692, Roger.
Lumpur Radar Center, Malaysian 752, climbing flight level 210.
Malaysian 752, Roger.
Center Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, requesting that we give you the waypoints of our IFR flight plan. Are you ready to copy?
Malaysian 752, climb flight level 240. Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, ready to copy. Go ahead.
Our waypoints will be Victor Kilo Papa, then direct Victor Papa Kilo, then direct Victor Mike Romeo, and then final full stop at Seletar, Whiskey Sierra Sierra Lima. Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, ready to copy. Go ahead.
Oh, I've done it again. Center Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, these are the waypoints of our flight plan. We are direct Victor Kilo Papa, then direct Victor Papa Kilo, then direct Victor Mike Romeo, and then direct Whiskey Sierra Sierra Lima, Seletar Airfield. Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra. They're thinking, which probably means they're filing it. Fingers crossed.
.476, descend 18,000.
Down to 18,000, 476.
Okay, 30 miles to run. Until the next
Scooter
waypoint.
660, climb to flight level 360.
So now we are IFR. Will Amanda take over radio?
Scooter 660.
Hi Amanda, we've switched to an IFR flight plan. Can you take over the radios now?
I'll take over the radios now, Jonathan.
Yay!
Malaysian 752, climb to flight level 280, report level.
Okay, start watching the instruments, seems we can't see anything outside. Super helpful. Pitot heat's on, isn't it?
192.
It's still really hot out there,
11
though.
o'clock and 15 miles, crossing right to left, a Boeing 737, flight level 370.
We turned up the level of traffic, didn't we? And that's what's happened, look. We've got planes all over the place now.
Radar Center,
Most of these are above us.
17,000 for flight level 200.
Let's turn the...
779, Lumpur Radar Center, identified.
Yeah, they're 30,000 feet above
climb
us.
to flight level 280, report level.
Out of flight level 250 for flight level 280, 632.
Well, we did ask for more aeroplanes and we got more
Malindo
aeroplanes.
Express 8019, descend, flight level 230.
So what I'm going to do so I can go and have a coffee
Sending flight level 230, Malindo Express 8019.
is put us closer to the GPS track. So we're on heading hold at the moment.
5507, good morning.
So if we change the CDI mode to GPS,
Singapore 708 with you. Out of flight level
and then
270 for flight level 280.
put ourselves on an intercept course with the CDI,
Lumpur Radar Center identified.
and when the CDI comes in we'll switch to nav mode on the autopilot down here,
A heavy Boeing 777 at flight
and that will
level
give me the opportunity
290.
to step away. So Amanda's going to look after the radio. The aeroplane will follow the GPS track,
Malaysian 752.
and I
climb
get to step
flight
away.
Level 320. Report level.
Out of flight level 300 for flight level 320, Malaysian 752.
Lumpur Radar Center, 830 checking in. Flight level 280 climbing. Flight level 280.
830, good morning. 779, climb to flight level 240.
Flight level 240, 779.
Hi Sarah, what is the
Red
city
Cap
at our 10 o'clock?
8325, descend. Flight level 300, pilot's discretion.
The city at our 10 o'clock is Dungan, a coastal town known for its beautiful beaches and as a gateway to the Bukit Bak Forest Reserve.
830, traffic 12 o'clock, 10 miles. A CRJ, same direction.
Okay, here
Flight level
comes the
290.
CDI for the GPS track. So we'll go and press nav. And when we get close enough, it will drop heading mode. It's usually within 1 notch on the markers. It will capture the navigation
Delta
track.
Charlie Yankee with you, climbing 17,000 for flight level 200.
And it's just done it, look.
Delta Charlie Yankee, Lumpur Radar Center, identified. Malaysian 366, climb to flight level 400.
Flight level 400, Malaysian 366.
632, climb to flight level 320.
Out of flight level 290 for flight level 320, 632.
476, descend to flight level 160.
Out of flight level 200 for flight
Okay.
level 160, 476.
So what I'm going to do for a few minutes while I go and make a coffee and have a bit of a stretch my legs, I'm going to go
Malaysian
and
752, when
put
ready,
LittleNavMap
descend to flight level
on
280.
minimal layout, which means I've just turned all the toolbars off.
Malaysian 752.
And we'll put this over in the corner of the screen. We'll put this at a suitable angle. We'll hide the taskbar.
32, continue climb to flight level 360.
Flight level 360, 632.
In fact, so you get to see the route along the way. It'd be better if we did that,
2
wouldn't it?
miles, same direction. Traffic, flight level 350.
Okay. So everything's programmed in. The airplane should follow the route, and then you get to see some scenery along the way.
6334,
And get to listen in on the radio, and you'll hear Amanda keying the microphone as well. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, actually, we're going to turn right, aren't we? So it would make more sense if we were this side of the aeroplane.
Descend to flight level 320.
So I'll put this up here. Makes a bit more sense, doesn't it?
Out of flight level 360 for flight level 320, Malaysian 366.
Okay, see you in a few minutes.
Lumpur Radar Center, Red Cap 5204 with you at flight level 340.
Red Cap 5204, good morning. 779, climb to flight level 280.
Out of flight level 260 for flight level 280, 779.
Malindo Express 8019, descend to flight level 210.
Flight level 210, Malindo Express 8019. Lumpur Radar Center, Malaysian 805. We need to check in with company real quick.
Malaysian 805, frequency change approved. Report back on. 830, climb to flight level 320.
Up to flight level 320, 830.
Scooter 660, when ready, descend to flight level 330.
Moving for flight level 330, Scooter 660.
Red Cap 642, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.9er. So long.
Switching to 120.9er, Red Cap 642. Malaysian 805, flight level 320 for flight level 170.
Malaysian 805, identified. Good morning. (632), continue climb to flight level 360.
Flight level 360, 636.
Malaysian 805, best speed, Mach decimal 80.
Maintaining Mach decimal 80, Malaysian 805.
Red Cap 5507, when ready, descend to flight level 330.
Leaving flight level 370 for flight level 330, Red Cap 5507.
Firefly 8850 with you, flight level 170 for flight level 200.
Firefly 8850, identified. 192, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.9er.
Ho Chi Minh Control, 120.9er. Good morning, 192.
851, descend to flight level 230 at your discretion.
Descending to flight level 230, 851.
Loud and clear. 476, descend to flight level 130, expect lower.
Descending flight level 130, 476.
Redcap 8325, descend, flight level 270.
Leaving flight level 300 for flight level 270, Redcap 8325.
Malindo Express 8019, descend to flight level 180, expect lower.
Flight level 180, Malindo Express 8019.
Lumper Radar Center 178 with you. Flight level 230 for flight level 240.
178, good morning. 178, reduce speed to 300.
300, 178.
Redcap 5507, descend, flight level 300.
Leaving flight level 340 for flight level 300, Redcap 5507.
851, descend to flight level 200.
Leaving for flight level 200, 851.
Lumper Radar Center, Scooter 450 checking in, descending flight level 190 for flight level 150.
Scooter 450 identified.
Redcap 5872, flight level 350 for flight level 360.
Redcap 5872 identified. Contact Bangkok Control on 123.905.
Bangkok Control 123.905, good morning, 357.
830, climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, 830.
Scooter 450, resume normal cruise speed. 632, continue climb to flight level 400.
Flight level 400, 632.
Singapore 7432, contact Bangkok Control on 123.905. Good morning.
Over to Bangkok Control on 123.905, Singapore 7432.
Scooter 450, descend to flight level 130.
Out of flight level 170 for flight level 130, Scooter 450.
Cathay 658 with you, flight level 190 for flight level 200.
Cathay 658 identified. Good morning.
Lumpur Radar Center, Cathay 658, request frequency change, company operations.
Cathay 658, no problem. Report back on frequency. 830, descend, flight level 320, pilot's discretion.
Out of flight level 360 for flight level 320, 830.
Lumpur Radar Center, Malaysian 70, checking in flight level 180 for flight level 200.
Malaysian 70 identified.
Lumpur Radar Center, Singapore 134 checking in, flight level 210, climbing flight level 240.
Singapore 134 identified.
Lumpur Radar Center, Malaysian 717, descending flight level 180 for flight level 140.
Malaysian 717, Lumpur Radar Center, identified. Singapore 134, traffic 2 o'clock and 15 miles, same direction.
(522) flight level 170 for flight level 200.
522, roger. 178, climb flight level 280.
Climbing to flight level 280, 178.
Malaysian 805, descend to 1000, expect lower.
1000, Malaysian 805.
Malaysian 70, climb to flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Malaysian 70.
(632), when ready, descend to flight level 340.
40632.
Redcap 5204, contact Jakarta Radar Center on 134.025, so long.
Jakarta Radar Center, 134.025, good morning, Redcap 5204. Malaysian 70, right smooth at flight level 210.
Malaysian 70, copy the turbulence, will advise traffic.
Lumpur Radar Center, Singapore 728 with you at flight level 240.
Singapore 728, identified. Singapore 728, climb to flight level 280.
Climbing flight level 280, Singapore 728.
522, climb flight level 240.
Up to flight level 240, 522.
Redcap 5507, continue descent to flight level 250.
Descending flight level 250, Redcap 5507.
Cathay 658, climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Cathay 658.
Lumpur Radar Center, Singapore 728, requesting a quick frequency change for company dispatch.
Singapore 728, no problem. Report back on frequency. Singapore 708, descend to flight level 270 at your discretion.
Out of flight level 310 for flight level 270, Singapore 708.
Malaysian 70, climb to flight level 280.
Out of flight level 250 for flight level 280, Malaysian 70.
Lumpur Radar Center, Singapore 892. Flight level 190 for flight level 200.
Singapore 892, identified. (178), continue climb to flight level 320. 178, climb flight level 320.
Climbing to flight level 320, 178.
Singapore 892, just confirming you have us.
Singapore 892, radio 555. 522, continue climb to flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280, 522.
632, contact Jakarta Radar Center on 134.025.
switching to 134.025.632.
Singapore 728, climb to flight level 320.
Leaving flight level 290 for flight level 320, Singapore 728.
Cathay 658, continue climb to flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280, Cathay 658.
Malaysian 70, continue climb to flight level 320.
Flight level 320, Malaysian 70.
Lumpur Radar Center 522, comp check.
522, loud and clear. Malaysian 752, continue descent to flight level 280.
Out of flight level 320 for flight level 280, Malaysian 752.
Red cap 5507, continue descent to flight level 220.
Out of flight level 230 for flight level 220, red cap 5507.
Lumpur Radar Center 874, flight level 360.
874, good morning. Climb flight level 320.
Climbing to flight level 320, 522.
874, request to leave your frequency briefly for a company call.
874, frequency change approved. Report back on. Red cap 5872, descend to flight level 320, pilot's discretion.
Descending to flight level 320, red cap 5872.
Singapore 892, climb to flight level 240, report level.
Climbing to flight level 240, Singapore 892.
Red cap 5507, continue descent to flight level 180.
Descending to flight level 180, red cap 5507.
Lumpur Radar Center, red cap 5877 at flight level 330.
Red cap 5877, good morning.
Lumpur Radar Center, Malaysian 752, how do you read us?
Malaysian 752, 555. Cathay 658, climb flight level 320.
Up to flight level 320, Cathay 658.
Singapore 728, climb to flight level 360.
Climbing to flight level 360, Singapore 728.
Malaysian 717, out of flight level 160 for flight level 200.
Malaysian 717, identified.
Lumpur Radar Center, Malaysian 717, requesting to go off track for a minute, company business.
Malaysian 717, frequency change approved. Report back on. 100, descend to flight level 280, pilot's discretion.
Flight level 280, 100.
Red cap 5507, descend to flight level 160.
Leaving for flight level 160, red cap 5507.
Singapore 892, continue climb to flight level 280.
Out of flight level 270 for flight level 280, Singapore 892.
Firefly 2216, climb to flight level 200, report level.
Out of flight level 170 for flight level 200, Firefly 2216.
Qatari 7239 at flight level 370.
Qatari 7239 identified. Continue climb to flight level 360.
Up to flight level 360, 522.
Redcap 5872, resume normal cruise speed.
Resume normal speed, Redcap 5872.
Redcap 8266, flight level 170, climbing flight level 200.
Redcap 8266, roger. 632, contact Jakarta Radar Center on 132.3, good morning.
Over to Jakarta Radar Center on 132.3632.
Malaysian 717, continue climb to flight level 240.
Climbing to flight level 240, Malaysian 717.
Request off frequency for operations back to 2.
100, approved. Let us know when you're back. Redcap 5507, descend to flight level 130, expect lower.
Down to flight level 130, Redcap 5507.
779, descend to 1000.
Leaving flight level 210 for 11,000, 779.
Firefly 8850, descend to flight level 130, pilot's discretion.
Flight level 130, Firefly 8850.
Scooter 660, contact Bangkok Control on 123.905, good morning.
Over to Bangkok Control on 123.905, Scooter 660.
Redcap 8266, climb flight level 240.
Climbing to flight level 240, Redcap 8266.
Lumpur Radar Center, Redcap 5507, requesting to leave your frequency momentarily.
Redcap 5507, approved. Let us know when you're back. Singapore 892, continue climb to flight level 320.
Climbing flight level 320, Singapore 892.
Qantas 7072, descend to flight level 290 at your discretion.
Descending to flight level 290, Qantas 7072.
Cebu 999, descend to flight level 310 at your discretion.
Leaving flight level 350 for flight level 310, Cebu 999.
Malaysian 717, climb to flight level 280.
Climbing to flight level 280, Malaysian 717.
Shunfeng 7624, descend to flight level 310, pilot's discretion.
Out of flight level 340 for flight level 310, Shunfeng 7624.
Redcap 5877, resume normal cruise speed.
Roger, Redcap 5877.
Singapore 1874, descend to flight level 310 at your discretion.
Leaving for flight level 310, Singapore 1874.
522, when ready, descend to flight level 330.
Descending flight level 330, 522.
Lumpur Radar Center, Malaysian 6489 with you, climbing flight level 160 for flight level 200.
Malaysian 6489, roger. Singapore 134, when ready, descend to flight level 170.
Out of flight level 210 for flight level 170, Singapore 134.
Lumpur Radar Center, Redcap 8266, wanted to let you know the ride's been smooth all the way.
Redcap 8266, roger. We have other reports of smooth air above flight level 240.
Lumpur Radar Center, Romeo Bravo X-ray checking in at flight level 180.
Romeo Bravo X-ray, good morning. Victor Zulu Lima, climb flight level 240.
Climbing flight level 240, Victor Zulu Lima.
Redcap 5877, descend to flight level 200, pilot's discretion.
Out of flight level 320 for flight level 200, Redcap 5877.
Lumpur Radar Center, Firefly 2216, radio check.
Firefly 2216, radio 555. 178, when ready, descend to flight level 300.
Leaving for flight level 300, 178.
178, climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, 178.
I fly 1016 with you, flight level 160, climbing flight level 200.
I fly 1016, Lumpur Radar Center, identified. Singapore 892, climb to flight level 360, report level.
Flight level 360, Singapore 892.
I fly 1016, flow to 290 knots.
Speed 290, I fly 1016.
178, descend flight level 300.
Flight level 300, 178.
Malaysian 717, contact Jakarta, radar center on 132.3. Good morning.
132.3, Malaysian 717.
Scooter 548 out of flight level 160 for flight level 200.
Scooter 548 identified.
Philippine 525, flight level 330.
Philippine 525, good morning.
Lumper Radar Center, Wagonair 222 with you at flight level 350.
Wagon Air 222, identified. Qatari 7239, climb flight level 400.
Out of flight level 370 for flight level 400, Qatari 7239.
Malaysian 6489, climb to flight level 280, report level.
Climbing to flight level 280, Malaysian 6489.
Scooter 548, can you give us a ride report? Qatari 7239, descend to flight level 330, pilot's discretion.
Flight level 330, Qatari 7239.
I fly 1016, continue climb to flight level 240.
Climbing flight level 240, I fly 1016.
Negative contact, Philippine 525.
Scooter 548, continue climb to flight level 240.
Leaving flight level 200 for flight level 240, Scooter 548.
Malaysian 70, descend, flight level 280, pilot's discretion.
flight level 280, Malaysian 70.
Red Cap 5877, continue descent to flight level 140.
Flight level 140, Red Cap 5877.
Pretty bumpy at
Okay,
flight level
is it working
350,
now?
moderate turbulence, Wagonair 222.
Something weird going on in the system
Kilo
today,
Victor
isn't it?
X-ray with you, flight level 170, climbing flight level 200.
No, it's the USB controller. Yeah, good.
Kilo Victor X-ray.
That's why I wasn't
Local
getting
radar
responses.
center identified.
Center, Baron X-ray Golf Sierra, terminating IFR flight plan.
Baron X-ray Golf Sierra, flight following is on request. Squawk 2201, then ident.
Center, Baron X-ray Golf Sierra, I want to terminate flight following.
Climbing to flight level 280, fly 1016.
Scooter 548, climb to flight level 280, report level.
Flight level 280, Scooter 548.
Hi Amanda, what's the transponder code for
100,
VFR?
descend to flight level 280, expect lower.
For VFR, the standard transponder code is 1200.
It's doing the same problem again. I have to be, there's a click spot right in the way of that.
8266, continue climb to flight level 280.
Okay, and we'll go and change to Common Traffic Advisory frequency, because we have cancelled IFR.
Lumpur Radar Center, citation Echo Delta X-ray, out of flight level 170 for flight level 200.
Sit on my side of the cockpit rather than
Citation
sitting.
Echo Delta X-ray identified.
That's
Good
rather
morning.
interesting.
Lumpur Radar Center, Malaysian 6489, how do you
What
read
is
us?
going on? There we go.
Malaysian
better.
6489, you're loud and clear.
CTAF Baron Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Good morning, descending 2,500.
Okay, so Amanda is continuing to broadcast to local traffic what we're doing. We don't need to do that, so I'm going to tell her. Hi Amanda, I'll take over radio communications again now. That's interesting that she did that, and that kind of points towards the
All right,
IFR.
Jonathan, you're back on the radios.
It was interesting though, well, I think we found a hole in the system. I initiated Amanda talking on the radio while we were IFR, which she can only do that via IFR. Then I terminated IFR, but I didn't stop her looking after the radios, and she carried on with VFR assistance, which was interesting. The reason we're descending is to go and fly along the beach, of course. It doesn't like going this. It doesn't let you pulling the engine back too far. There's a safeguard in it that if you haven't got the gear down, it will set fire off a klaxon below a certain number of revs. Of course, we can pull the propellers back as well. Which all it's really doing is putting more pitch on the propellers to slow their speed. So propellers are designed with a sweet spot, which is why having them on maximum RPM isn't always the best idea. It won't be the most efficient. You're supposed to stay 1,000 feet away from the ground, VFR, but there's no one out here to tell us off, is there? And I thought following these beaches might be a bit more fun than going across the bay following the route. So we've got a little bit of turbulence kicking us around. Does that mean the wind is getting up? Let's have a look in LittleNavMap. So yeah, 8 knots in our nose. And obviously with these trees it's kicking up and moving us around a little bit. So the air will be whistling across here, bouncing off the tree line, shooting up in the air and bumping us around. Okay. I'm just going to stick the autopilot on for a moment because I need to step away to the other computer to do something, and then I'll be back momentarily. I'll still be on the microphone. So autopilot on. So it's going to do roll and pitch hold. So it should level out fairly smartly. We'll go altitude hold at the altitude we're at. We can pull the heading bug around to the direction we're going. Put ourselves on heading hold as well, just to keep it safe. I'll turn head tracking off just for a moment, and I'm just going to go and respond to something that I need to deal with. Okay. Back to hand flying. Let's go along the beach again. And back to head tracking. So we've got about, how far? 38 miles to the next waypoint. If we have a look on the map, we're coming in towards the approach into Singapore, which is quite interesting. That's an airstrip. Oh my word. And it's not on the map. Should we do a pretend approach? Go and have a look at it. Yeah, it's quite funny. I'm looking at the live stream comments and someone's saying coming in hot. It's so funny, isn't it, that we tend to fly the aeroplanes in Flight Simulator quite correctly most of the time. I actually cut my teeth many years ago on DCS, so I'm quite happy doing 3D aerobatics, chasing somebody, firing bullets at them. Which probably helps an awful lot with recovery from unusual attitudes and all that kind of thing, and you know, tumbling, spinning. You haven't really spun an aeroplane until you've put a Tomcat in a flat spin on purpose in DCS, and then rode it like a merry-go-round for 20,000 feet until you get the momentum up to get the nose back down. It's always good fun. Okay, we're back on our way. So, let's have a look at the map. We're just coming in past Endau, and then we could go cross country, couldn't we, and follow this. I'm not sure if it's easy to follow. Probably not. So we've got some hills in the distance. That's going to be these, isn't it? So if we head for those hills, they should take us towards where we're wanting to go. So we're just cutting the journey, or the route off a little bit. Oh, we need to stay out of these airspaces though, but then the orange one is 3,000 feet it starts at. So as long as we're below 3,000 feet, we're fine. Seeing as it's absolutely flat as a pancake around here, should we descend down? We're already below 1,000 feet anyway. I don't suppose anybody's going to tell us off for flying just above the tree line. Look at the speed building. Oh, we're getting 200 knots. Whistling along. Be a little bit careful. You can't always see the taller trees until you're right on top of them because of the way the rendering works. I'll bring the power back a little bit, hey? Yeah, it's not liking... The air is quite turbulent around the trees, as you can see. So much so that I'm going to pull us away from the trees. It's not worth it. We'll take us back up to 1,000 feet. How are we doing for fuel? So fuel flow has been really good because we pulled the mixture back very early in the flight. Looking, I'm not so confident about that fuel level. Oh, it's behind the levers. Here it is. Yeah, we got plenty. So let's go more towards this direction. It's billiard table flat, isn't it? Should we speed things up to get to... well, there is another aeroplane out here, look. Oh, he's at 14,000 feet though. I'm not going to climb all the way up there just to go and say hello. There's a lot of planes going into Changi, so let's go and try this out. So Control Alt, no, is it Alt R plus? We have speeded things up many times, so 8 times. Because like I said, this part of Malaysia, there's not really a lot to see. When we get to Singapore, it will be a whole different story. It's just jungle for hundreds of miles. So heading back towards our proper track so we avoid the airspaces. Okay. getting closer. I'm hoping we're going to come around this hill and start to see Singapore stretched out in front of us.
Simpang traffic, Oscar Echo Delta Charlie Yankee taxiing to the ramp. Simpang.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see lightning. So, have we got a clock so I can check the time is advancing at the correct rate? Yes, we have. No, we haven't. We've only got a fuel calculator. That's a shame. I think I might still be at double time. There is a tool, and I may have it installed. I'm just going to have a quick look. It's called Flight Sim. Where is it? Or have I got it installed? I don't think I have. There it is. I thought I might have it.
Simrate 2.
Yeah, we are. We're at double speed. It's called FS Simrate Bandit. You can download it off the internet. And it knows what the sim rate is, which you can't tell through any other means other than reading it from the simulator, from the back end of the simulator, which is really frustrating sometimes. Okay. So, somewhere in the middle of this horrific storm, we ought to get some altitude, didn't we? Because this is going to be not fun. Let's have a look on the map. So we're coming in towards, and this is a visual approach as well. It's not got instruments, so we may have to change our destination. We'll see. Coming up towards 2,000 feet, we'll hold at 2,000 and explore the city. But how do I always manage to get horrific weather wherever I'm going? It's almost a skill. So we can see if we can see any rainbows anywhere in amongst the clouds and the rain. Oh, you can hear the thunder. That's a proper rainstorm over there, isn't it? Oh my word. Here comes the water. Okay, so presumably that's the main city part on the far side of the island. Over there, we'll have a circle round. Yeah, it's there, look. We'll have a circle around and have a look at it. For some reason I was expecting this to be a bit better quality scenery. I guess you never know what you're going to find in the simulator. Maybe they haven't covered Singapore yet. It all looks very generic, doesn't it? There is some sort of custom structure over here on top of the hill. So we're about to pass over, right over the top of our destination, but we're going to go and look at the city first. We'll come back. So this is the airfield we will be visiting. Or landing at, I should say.
Approaching runway 21.
That cloud doesn't sound very happy, does it? So there's Changi over there, with great big long runways. Yeah, it's all very generic, isn't it? The trouble is we've been spoiled. A few years ago we would have thought this looked amazing. And we've been so spoiled by photogrammetry in the big famous cities. It's ruined our expectations. So there's a theme park down here that does appear to have 3D assets, so it's going to be interesting to go have a look at. And the frame rate is dropping off a cliff, presumably because of all the shipping. Okay, so it has got some custom scenery downtown, but look at the frame rate. Now, is that the weather causing that? It must be, I'm guessing. It's absolutely murdering it, look. That's the worst I've ever seen. There's no obvious reason for it. It must be the weather. Let's try it. If I kill the weather... Yes. So I've just gone to live. There was something odd going on there. Yeah, I think the simulator's just fixed itself. It's still struggling. They appear to have had a bit of an accident with a container ship. That might explain what's going on. Look, it's grinding itself to a halt again. Let's go and go custom weather. And say few clouds. Will it fix it? No, there's something wrong. Obviously, this collection of boats, there's something wrong with the simulator. Oh my word. I shouldn't laugh, but that is quite amusing, isn't it? There must be a couple of hundred boats here. And we're down to about 5 frames a second. Very, very odd. As long as we don't look in their direction, we're fine. So, we're going to Seletar, which is beyond the airfield. We're just passing the flight line of. But we do need to find out the comm frequency. Tower 118450. Seletar Tower, Baron, X-Ray Golf Sierra, approaching from the south, requesting full stop landing.
Baron Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Golf Sierra, Seletar Tower, continue approach.
Continue approach, X-Ray Golf Sierra. So we're roughly in the right area. What runway are they going to give us then? So runway 03 or 21.
Niner Victor Uniform Tango Oscar, holding short 21, ready for departure.
Oh, they're going 21.
Niner Victor Uniform Tango Oscar, winds calm, runway 21 cleared for takeoff. 21 cleared for takeoff. Niner
So
Victor
I'll go
Uniform
left
Tango
pattern
Oscar,
for what would
thanks.
be runway 21 then.
Approaching runway 3. Caution! Caution!
Seletar Tower, Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, downwind for full stop landing, runway 21.
Tango Oscar, contact departure. Going to departure, Niner Victor Uniform Tango Oscar, thanks.
Tower, Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, downwind for full stop landing, runway 21. They're not responding, are they? Tower, Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, do we have landing clearance?
Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, no landing clearance yet. Advise position and intentions.
On final approach, runway 21, X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, cleared for the visual approach, runway 21.
Cleared for the visual, runway 21, X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, runway 21, winds calm, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 21, X-Ray Golf Sierra. That was very, very late clearance, wasn't it?
Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, roger, cleared for the visual approach, runway 21.
All the business jets over there. And that's GA parking over this side. That was interesting. The parking brake was on, but it wasn't.
Baron
Does that
X-Ray
make
Golf
sense?
Sierra, exit at Romeo Whiskey Yankee 21 if able. Contact ground on 121.6.
Contacting ground 121.6, X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Approaching runway 3.
And let's go and have a look on the map. I'm hoping we're in the right ballpark.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of virtualflight.online and the entire crew, my name is Astrid Hansen, and I would like to welcome you aboard Flight 024, departing from Sultan Ismail Petra Airport and heading to Seletar Airport. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you.
We've got the commercial flight.
Do not hesitate to reach out to any
a little bit
member of our
incorrect,
crew.
but it's still quite funny.
Thank you for choosing to fly with us today.
Ground, Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra requesting taxi to parking.
Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, taxi to East Apron Stand to 58 via Whiskey Papa, Whiskey 1, hold short of runway 21.
Taxi via Whiskey Papa, Whiskey 1, X-Ray Golf Sierra. Whiskey Papa, Whiskey 1. They must be up the far end of there then. So we're going to go and turn right. So let's sit up. I haven't seen one of those for a while in the sim. I just updated it the other day. Need to get back in it and fly it. The engines always look gigantic on those, don't they? Some ATRs lined up.
Firefly 3127, doors closed, ready for push and start.
Firefly 3127, pushback approved, no conflicting traffic.
Push and start approved, Firefly 3127.
So they want us the other side of the runway then? Because they're saying hold short runway 21. Yeah.
Approaching runway 21.
Ground X-Ray Golf Sierra requesting cross runway 21.
Baron X-Ray Golf Sierra, cross runway 21, then continue taxi via Echo 1, Echo Papa.
Cross then Echo 1, Echo Papa, X-Ray Golf Sierra. So where is Echo 1? Echo 1, Echo Papa, this is Echo Papa, so this is the parking right here, isn't it? It must be.
Firefly 3127 ready to taxi.
Firefly 3127, runway 21 taxi via Echo Charlie 3, Echo Papa, Echo 1.
Should we park next
runway
to the
21 taxi via
jet
Echo
over here?
Charlie, Echo Charlie 3, Echo Papa, Echo 1 Firefly 3127.
Niner Victor Whiskey Bravo, Quebec, ready to taxi.
Niner Victor Whiskey Bravo, Quebec, runway 21 taxi via Echo Hotel 2, Echo Papa, Echo 1.
Runway 21 taxi via Echo Hotel 2, Echo Papa, Echo 1, Niner Victor Whiskey Bravo, Quebec.
I think we're just about there. Didn't have a lot to do, did we? Okay, so hopefully the flights will get a bit more interesting from this point on. That was just a quick flight this evening. Like I said, not feeling great still, but we flew and did some VOR hopping. Then we went and filed an IFR flight plan when we realised it hadn't picked one up for us. And then we went VFR cross country for the last little bit, and we saw some weird scenery problems around Singapore. And then came in and landed. So the next leg, I'm not sure where it will take us, to be honest. I'm tempted to go via Java. Let me turn off the sectors. I'm tempted to go via Java. I don't know. And then East Timor, and then jump across to Australia and go city hopping. That might be the route we take. So we'll see. So the next leg is probably going to take us though out across these islands, I would imagine. So it'll be a fair bit of navigation required, I guess. It might be fun to do it in an old aeroplane that hasn't got any avionics, so we have to go and maybe do some timing, speed, time, distance calculations. That might be good fun. Try to land at Dabo. Maybe that's going to be the next one. We'll see. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that, and I will be back soon. Take care. Hopefully I'll be a bit better next time as well. Okay, see, I haven't even pulled the right window up to shut the stream down. My brain really is not working. See you again soon. Take care.